Here we have a spreadsheet containing the sales figures for each employee within a company. We want to analyse this spreadsheet to work out the total amount of sales and the average sales. So placing my cursor in B11, I'm going to use the auto sum to add up all the amounts, the total amounts for the employees. So I'm going to use a sum function for this. Starting off with the equal, the name of the function sum, open the brackets, and I'm going to select all the data within that range. If you look at the formula bar along the top here, the formula is the function is building equal sum, open bracket, B4 colon B10. Every time you open a bracket, remember to close the bracket. I'm going to press enter on my keyboard to accept that function. So we can see here that within the company, the employees together earn £100,250 for their company. We want to work out an average because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 employees in total within the team, and we want to work out what the average was. So that would take a total figure of £100,250 divided by 7. Just to note that the average function in spreadsheets actually uses a mean function as opposed to the mode or the median. So it takes a total and divides it by the number of items. Starting off with equal command, average is the name of the function. Open the brackets. I'm going to select all the amounts within the spreadsheet, the sales figures for each employee. You can see the formula building equal average, open bracket, B4 colon B10 close bracket. So we've got the equal to initiate the function, the name of the function, and the brackets to protect the range. The range starts from B4, the colon replaces all entries for B5, B6, B7, B8 and B9 all the way to B10. Every time we open a bracket, we close a bracket and I press the enter. Just to reiterate about the average function uses the mean function as opposed to the mode and the median. The mode is the most fashionable number within a range, and the median would be the middle number if you rank them in max to min. The middle number in this case would be the median. So we can see here that within this team, the average amount of sales was £14,321. So some people met this target to make those number of sales, but we can see here down the bottom, just by glancing using our eyes, that Chapman and Hall, they made less amounts of sales. To make that analysis obvious, what we'll do is we'll look at we'll use this subtraction key to see if it's above or below. So placing my cursor in column C to the left of the employees' sales, starting off with an equal, and it's going to be a simple formula for their sales amount, subtract the average sales. So that's equal B4 subtract B12, and it's also building over here on the formula bar, equal B4 subtract B12. That's the sales for Smith subtracted from the average sales. So I'll press the enter key to accept that. And we can see here that he actually made a loss. So he didn't actually meet the average sales for the team, and he was below par by £1,321. I could use the fill down command here, but I'm just going to repeat the demonstration, starting off with placing my cursor next to the amount for Brown, equal the sales figure for Brown, £18,900 using the cell reference, equal B5, subtract where the cell is contained for the average sales, which is in B12. So it's equal B5 subtract B12. Press the enter key. You can see the marked differences between these cells. The positive number does not have an addition key before it. We can assume any positive number does not have the positive number before it. However, negative numbers do have a subtraction or a minus symbol before it. So we don't need we don't need to type in a plus or an addition key before a positive number. So I'm happy with these two formulas so far. So what I'm going to do is use the fill down command. Got the cell selected for the formula that I want to copy down. Moving my cursor gently to the bottom right hand corner of the cell as my cross changes to a chunky white cross to a small black cross. And I can fill this down. The fill down command in this case used what's called relative cell referencing. Spreadsheets understand that as we fill down, we move down either a column or a row within our spreadsheet.